Hey everybody, welcome to TPIM Special Report Live. This is the peace, light, and love that I'm sending out into the universe tonight. Sending out into your ears and to your mind. I recently had the pleasure of getting more delightful news. Delightful, what a hell of a word. Hold on. Remember, what was it, a couple months ago? I said there's a mystery, and I was not aware of this. Okay, mystery like biological agent that will soon be released. I don't think it's going to occur for a couple reasons. One, the time is not nine. The time is not now, in other words. It's going to be a little more time we got to get this thing right. And I think that is the most awesomest news that anyone can be spelled on another human being. Not trying to tell you, stop learning about your Illuminati or whatever. That's what it is. But I am saying that until they get that basically uh, temple really built, there's no worries, no worries at all for those who are prone to be worrying. All right, for the rest of you out there, I know that you ain't gonna be worrying. You guys already know the deal. Hold on, I'm trying to get this to where I can. Perfect, perfect. Finally, then I can go in between that and that. Oh, that's kind of creepy. There we go. I kind of like the new symbol now. I changed the whole page icon to this. Developed it earlier this week. I think it's fuck cool as blank. I need to put another circle though right here. In fact, let me just do that real time, so you guys can, hold on. I need to see the chat room. All right. I want to do this real time so people who are participating and watching this real time can see history literally being made. At least I hope. All right. Let's get this back in frame. I don't know if I can see that. Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. Now we're going to get some tools. No. Nope. There we go. We need to get size. The only thing I want to add to this is a circle within a circle. No. That ain't going to work. I guess this would be the outside of the circle. Wish I could like stretch it. And then I guess this would be the outside of this circle. Oh no. That ain't gonna work. Oh, okay. Okay, I see it. Hold on. I need to change the color real quick. Oh, I'm just messing it up now. Damn. Anyhow, I really shouldn't be doing this right now. I'm gonna save this for later. See, it won't. I want like that, but it's too much on that. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's right what I wanted it to do. Shit. And I can clean up this little bit right here. I have to be able to see it. Hold on. Oh, I don't like doing that. That's gonna take forever. Anyhow, folks, basically what I was alluding to, I don't know if you guys heard about the USS McHenry naval ship that basically ended up having people contracting mumps. I think out of 700 sailors, 25 of them contracted mumps. And let me save this. All right, close that out. Then, yeah, let me change my profile thing right now to it. But anyhow, I feel bad for the sailors. I feel bad for people who are, basically trapped on a ship. What the? There it is. All right, that's kind of a little more catchy. I gotta do something. I don't know. I think that might be fine. I think that might be fine. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. Let's go to the news. Let's see what's really going on. North Carolina GOP lies about special election. What? Yeah, I like to get the news from both sides of the fence. Let me falsely say Democrat forced a special election after investigations found blah blah blah. This is nothing. I want to see something about the bankers. I want to see something about market volatility. What animal can? Oh my god! This speak bricks. Yes, thank you, David. Oh, Missouri Republican wants to make owning it. Oh, hold on one second. We're gonna go to bricks after we see what kind of craziness is going on in my state. After the massacre last week, I wonder if this is the most appropriate time to be talking about arming everybody with AR-15s, especially all the meth heads and dopers in Missouri. Fuck. What the fuck, man? And seriously, a lot of the tweakers and dopers in Missouri have never been arrested out in the rural area and deep country. They've never been arrested. So they can absolutely fall underneath as long as they can vote. They can own the. I mean, honestly, I don't have no problem with people owning guns, anyways. But I don't appreciate the government mandating that you have to buy a 12 to like $3,000 weapon with all the bells and whistles to be in law, because that's what we're ultimately talking about: being in law or being outside of law. All right, now let's go to bricks to talk about something that's really going to matter to us people. Bricks. No, never mind.
Listings for bricks around Festus. Here they are.
Never mind. Let me do it like this. They not being so damn lazy, huh? Just actually type the shit in right the first time. BRICS is an acronym coin. Fuck that. What's that? Albert. Hold on. Acronym coin for a association of 5 major emerging national economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. South Africa is such the weirdness. Originally, these first 4 were grouped as BRIC, and then South Africa came along. Now, this is a trip too, because we know that these 3 countries are kind of volatile. Let's pull up a map real quick. I want to show you guys something. Oh, well, perfect. I'm glad they provided a map over here, and you guys can half-ass see it. That's Russia. There's China. There's India. Okay, look how closely they're linked together. Liberia. Oh, I don't know, man. I can't keep that energy level up about that no more. About the trip game, how they get us tripped up in the trick bag, man. I try to illustrate it so many times this past week. You think you're doing something that's appropriate. You think you're doing something revolutionary. You think you're doing something meaningful. You think you're doing something outside the box. Fucking with me. Okay. Let's break it down with the gold. Let's do this shit. Come on. I'm just more tired than I think. Gold standard. This is what, when we were talking about the other day, like the old system in the United States, slavery is based on the gold standards. That was during the same time. Sleepy stuff. More. You're hype, Dave. Come on, brother Dave. David. I just need a minute to gather my thoughts. Because when I think about the Moors, and I think about all that they have done, all the good people who died in the struggles, don't believe the hype. Stop. But the good thing is, we have a shot at never ever going back to the gold standard ever again. Listen, David, this thing's gonna have to crash. I'm sorry. I haven't stopped believing the dream by no means, but the situation that's cracking now, it's quite simply unsustainable on many different. Listen, how far can we even go down? Let's just use the weapons. How far are we going to go with the weapons? Huh? We're going to have weapons with Star Wars shields? Teleportation? 1962, Tricky Dicky. Okay. 18. Next. Holy shit. I mean, there's no political solution, David. There is no political solution. I put this picture to illustrate a point. The technology is going to be our literal undoing. At the end of the day, you better hope that they have some sort of secret program in the back note that's going to save your ass. Because if they don't, all I can say is read what you want, believe what you want. It's not going to matter because a heartless entity, not even flesh, is going to put your ass down. Now, a lot of people think this is a joke. It's not real. You know, it's like aliens and the whole probing thing. But it's quite real and it's quite serious. I want to show you something. I want to show you all something real quick. Hold on, let me go to it. Where is... Fuck. I can't find it now. Hold on. Come on, work. Oh, no, I didn't want to go there. Antarctica. Well, we already talked. Hold on. This is something new. What? Now, I want to show people this. They need to see the futuristic weaponry. They need to see who has it and who makes it. It's really quite interesting. Private aircraft, tactical vehicles, artillery systems, defensive weaponry. Hold on. Weapon systems. This is the AIM-7 Sparrow. Origins United States. Raytheon. Hold on. No. This is not the one. Oh, it's a subsonic missile. Basically, there's a subsonic missile that's made by Grumman, and it's like the Chinese are using it. It's really weird. Hold on. I gotta see this big real quick. Anti-submarine missiles, rockets. No. Is there any way I can search? Oh no. Alright, never mind. Fuck it. We'll just go to we'll talk about Antarctica. We'll find some interesting stuff about it. Hold on. What's up, brother Nick? Peace, love, light back at you, brother. I gotta. Hey, where's my That's weird.
It's time for the Longines Chronoscope, a television journal of the important issues of the hour, brought to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. A presentation of the Longines Whitnor Watch Company, maker of Longines, the world's most honored watch, and Whitnor, distinguished companion to the world-honored Longines. Good evening, this is Frank Knight. May I introduce our co-editors for this edition of the Longines Chronoscope? Larry Lasser, CBS News correspondent, and Kenneth Crawford, National Affairs Editor of Newsweek magazine. Our very distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd.
The North Pole used to be a no man's land, but these are the days when by buying a ticket on a commercial airliner, you can fly across the North Pole and drink a cocktail at the same time. Yet only 60 or more years ago, about 35 years ago, our guest tonight found out whether there was any land north of the North American continent. He made that first discovery flight, and I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Well, Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
Well, Admiral,
Yeah.
would you say that since you've been to both the extremities of Earth, are these expeditions to such far-off places, are they getting easier because of modern techniques, or is danger still close at hand?
Well, it's a little risky, but nothing like it used to be with the old slow planes and the small cruising radius where we had to put down bases. We replaced the dog teams, and of course that was a big improvement. But now the planes go much faster and they're safer, and they have a much bigger cruising radius. You haven't got the danger of a terribly heavy load.
Admiral,
To both the extremities of Earth, are
I
these
just want to replay this part.
far-off places, are they getting easier because of modern techniques, or is danger still close at hand? Found out whether there was any land north of the North American continent. He made that first discovery flight, and I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing.
Yeah. Well, check this out. The interesting thing he said about during his whole little presentation, the rest of it's rather boring, was that there is a area the size of the United States at the end of the South Pole. He's going to start talking about how there's uranium, plutonium, and all this, not plutonium, but petroleum and metals, right? You know that the Antarctica is the only continent that you can, or private people cannot own land there. It's all owned by governments. And to prove it, hold on. Can private citizens own land in the Antarctic? Not really. The Antarctic Treaty, signed by 50 countries, guarantees no one access to any part of the continent of Antarctica, as long as it's for research, basically scientists and peaceful purposes, basically corporations going in there stealing resources. Yeah, let me search the Antarctica Treaty.
According to Secretariat of the Antarctic Treaty, the Antarctic Treaty was signed in Washington on the 1st of December 1959 by the 12 countries whose scientists had been active in and around Antarctica during the International Geophysical Year of 1957-58.
Not by boat or plane. You would have to get signatures from. See, listen, who made these 50 countries the protectorate of a whole continent? No, seriously. Is this not the epitome of colonization, Brother Nick? 50 countries determine who can live where and on what continent? I mean, I wish some of these people would just take their crap right back home, live in their little kingdom, live in their little country, live in their little nation, and leave the rest of the world alone. Let people move about. I mean, I realize obviously we have to have some sort of, I guess, controls on international borders or all that because, let's face it, yeah, well, you know what they're hiding. Hold on, let me go back to the old admiral.
We replaced dog teams. And of course, that was a big improvement. But now the planes go much faster and they're safer and they have a much bigger cruising radius. You haven't got the danger of a terribly heavy load.
Admiral, an expedition to which I believe you're the advisor is now en route. What is that expedition doing?
Well, that's the icebreaker Atka. And it's a reconnaissance expedition. It's going down to the South Pole area to make certain observations and to look for some bases. They will be back in April, and they will report back. And upon the information we get from that undertaking, we will base the bigger expedition that's to follow.
Is that very definitely planned, or is that...
That is being planned right now. So I'm willing to say to you, it has to do with the future of the nation, those to come after us, or even during your lifetime. Because it happens to be an untouched reservoir of natural resources. And, as the world shrinks with an ever-increasing acceleration, far-flung places, once useless, like we thought the North Pole was, and no man's land, become very useful. The bottom of the world will be important, not only to us, but to our allies.
I was going to ask you, does it have...
I believe, if memory serves me correct, Admiral Byrd talked about a hoe at the North... Hold on. Let me look at this. I got the treaty there. Hold on. Admiral Byrd talks about a hoe at North Pole. But here it is, right here. It better not be a commercial. It better not be a commercial.
Correspondent and Kenneth
Of the world.
Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
Well, Admiral, would you say that since you've been to both the extremities of Earth, are these expeditions to such far-off places, are they getting easier because of modern techniques, or is danger still close at hand?
Well, it's a little risky, but nothing like it used to be.
Oh, this is the same one. Uh-oh, they're missing audio on this one. Never mind. Let me go down here and see what he was saying right here.
They're as big as that, unexplored.
This is tremendous.
Planes and the small cruising radius. They were once useless, like we thought the North Pole was doing if it did that. We'll have to go after that stuff down there. Well, I avoided what you said about uranium. I'm not sure what it.
Well,
it was once tropical. So we
Hold on.
the whole world for quite a while.
well,
That's the coal. Now there's evidence of many other minerals. We are pretty sure there's oil. Now that coal shows the bottom of the world. Now by far the coldest spot in the world. Where that coal is gets 100 below zero in the winter.
well,
It was once tropical. So we think there's oil there, and there's evidence, probably uranium there.
is it any secret? Is there uranium there? That would be the only thing that would be practical to actually go after, I suppose. Everything else would be economically
Hey, information man
unfeasible,
show.
wouldn't it?
Well, as we
Welcome.
recklessly expend our resources, the time will come when we'll have to go after that stuff down there.
Well,
I avoided what you said about uranium. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to have the world fighting over the Antarctic.
Admiral, is there a competition among other nations to try to get information about Antarctica and possibly to secure some of these resources?
Well, yes. There are now 7 nations very much interested. Russia is interested tremendously. That I'm sure of.
I'm
Australia has an
brother.
expedition down there.
All right.
The
I'm tired of
Argentine-
hearing this old man just ramble on and on. He's not talking anything of substance. Now, see, this is what happens when you fail to seize the moment and tell the truth. He could be remembered as a great, human being that shared some real wisdom with all the people of the world. But instead, he chooses to see this half piecemeal couple of things. Hey, what's up, Leonard? Welcome back to the show. Let's go on. Bam. What the heck? I don't want to sit by a campfire tonight. I want to have a different little background pick. There it is. I think that was so awesome. I just look at this for hours. All right. Now, let's talk about some things. Now, I don't even have to look this stuff up. I can just off the top of my head. Now, when it comes to things about civilizations potentially underneath our feet, once again, it kind of goes back to the whole aliens outside the Earth's biosphere. You got to realize, whatever country you find yourself in, essentially, that is your prison. That is your cell block. That is your, basic habitat. And all these leaders conspire together to ensure that everyone stays on their national plantation. Being good little workers. I'm talking about the vast majority of people. Now, obviously, you can always say, well, true power, the elite can fly everywhere, but that's because they're wealthy. And they're like global citizens. And so, therefore, the globe is their prison. I'm talking about the regular folks. We have to understand that as technology gains more and more power and came more real world practicality, guys and girls, listen, it's not going to be that hard for someone to press a button and autonomous vehicle starts behaving on their own. I mean, I'm not trying to sound anti-technology. I was just talking to my wife tonight. She showed me this spoon. I think they made for people who shake, whether it's cerebral palsy or Parkinson's disease or whatnot. The spoon auto-corrects. So they can shake, but the spoon stays still and they can eat their little food, okay? Folks like that will have a hard go out there in the woods, out there in the jungle, out there in the desert, out there in the mountain, out there in the tundra, and out there in the Arctic. They will have a hard time. See, this is why I don't subscribe to the survival of the fittest bullshit. Because we're not animals and we are not collectively living in the woods. Whereas the true strong would be the cream of the crop. We're in an organized, structured society that have some primitive thinking folks running it. I'm sorry, that's just what it is, man. There's no reason that we should all be on this economic system that we're on, fiat currency, and then have the galls to be indoctrinated as if the money really means something. We have to get back to humanity and go into the future together, not separate. This segregationist crap just kills me, because I don't see how that in any way, shape, or form would not end up in one epic major war. Any way it goes. And I'm putting this energy out here in the universe. Hopefully more will dig and see we can move into the future together with technology complementing our humanity, not our humanity being slaves to technology and to those at the top who will the codes. The codes will be the key to your life. The codes will be the key to your past. The codes will be the mechanism running the chip in your hand, or the brain chip that they just announced a couple months ago that they actually developed. While we're sitting here running around talking about, oh my God, we need to help our community. Do you people not know that your communities are going to burn, dude? They are going to burn. So you can fix it up. You can have no graffiti all you want. I'm telling you, folks, your DNA is not needed nor wanted, desired in any way, shape, or form by the people truly running this planet, truly running the technology firms, truly running the military industrial complex, truly running the show. That's thinking that stop, grow, and only divide. Exactly. Exactly. You'd be shocked who would be your muse. A muse is the one who inspires you to do great artistic things or great things in general. By denying yourself relationships with others that are sincere and meaningful, you are in essence limiting your potential growth in the third dimension. By consciously or unconsciously acquiescing to hate and fear, you are limiting your potentiality of future scenarios. All it takes is one seed of thought. I can do it. And if that doesn't work, you regroup and say, well, then how can I do it? And you take it from there. And you start formulating and extrapolating a true practical plan based upon real thinking. They are scaring people. How does the sheep herder truly controls his flock? He uses two methods. He uses the wolf and he uses the sheepdog. You see, the sheep are naturally inclined to be scared of that wolf because they know that wolf will gobble them up. But the sheep are so blinded by their fear, they don't see the sheepdog as being used by the shepherd to move them about. That's a collective. Now, to the untrained eye, you're like, well, that kind of explains, why we have society. We have to band together, blah, blah, blah. But my question is, what happens when the good shepherd, and these are facts, the good shepherd is a misogynist. The good shepherd is a racist. The good shepherd is a rapist. The good shepherd is a pedophile. The good shepherd is a money changer. The good shepherd is a son of Satan. What happens to the flock then? What happens to the sheep when they are being sacrificed for no reason other than the self-edification of someone with so-called power? Now let's take it from the sheep and put it on Yao. What happens, I say to you, Brother Leonard, Brother Nick, Brother David, and everyone else hearing me? What happens when your leaders are made out to be pedophiles? They are shown to be money changers. They are shown to be corrupted. They are shown to be sons and daughters of Satan. What do? You do what you have to do. You do what you need to do to make it to another day, to keep your sanity. That's the battle. That's the war you find yourself in. Because I know brothers like you aren't going to compromise and flake out. And even if you do, many have before and many will after. It's not about flaking out. It's not about a failing. It's about being able to rise above it intellectually. It's about being able to rise above it spiritually. And it's about being able to see the big picture at the end of the day. The big picture where you are victorious in your endeavors. Now, a lot of people, like I said, this fear has consumed them. It has consumed them to such a degree, information, that they literally lie to themselves every day as a part of just getting through. And their hearts become hardened to this lie, and their actions and deeds towards their fellow man is represented by that hardened heart. If you have no love for humanity, then therefore you have no love for self. If you can separate humanity into different angles, then that means yourself is fractionized and you are separated in yourself and being, which is unhealthy. It's not fatal, but it's definitely unhealthy. I'm saying there is a way to complete your psyche. There is a way to complete the self. Not saying that, oh my God, if you're a guy that hates people for whatever reason, you will ever change. No. But you can at least be civil and non-threatening. And not like in a toxic man. No. Listen, I don't care who you are. Nobody wants to live in a situation where you could potentially die at any moment, even though that's a simple situation we are collectively are living in by default. It's various degrees of reality of this fundamental fact of life. People in Beverly Hills have a drastically different look on base reality than the guy down there by the river in a trailer park. Or a kid walking the mean streets of an urban center who sees death in all its ugly forms. Just like the trailer park sees death in all its ugly forms. They see abuse, they see prostitution, they see drug addictions, they see STDs, they see all that foulness that only people who have been sheltered will only see on TV or in a film or on some movie. That was the danger of proliferating all the dark and evil music. Even though people aren't in those situations glorified to such an extent that they internalize it as real. So when they do go to these zones, they start acting foolish, thinking that's the way to act. Just feeding the system, feeding the energy. That's why, in many respects, I get why people who hold whatever beliefs they hold sincerely and too hard, they're so sheltered. They're so closed off to others who don't think like them. They're so closed off to family members. They're so closed off. And it's not because they don't want to be challenged about their beliefs. That's where everyone gets it messed up. It's because they don't want to be bothered by defending their beliefs. And I understand that. But now it's time for all of us with all of our different beliefs to come together. Not to form a new religion, I'm not saying this, but to share ideals and thoughts. And only through that interactions can we really find a solution to better all of us. I'm not talking about the Pope either. I'm not talking about any religious leaders. I'm talking about people. You, the sister, the brother, the mothers, the fathers. I mean, if you don't understand that we do have a collective stake in this planet, if you don't believe that we don't all have the potential of greatness, and it's only because of various indoctrination, lack of preparation, That's why we all find ourselves on different so-called levels of society. Many of those levels you were born into, whether you want to accept that fact or not. Why is it that men and women can go into the dirt, they can go into the forest, they can go upon the seas and do work for money? But no one ever thinks that people would do that willingly and voluntarily. They love the devil because he gives them nothing. Yes, Brother Leonard, and he takes everything. Old school. Brother David. The point is, love life, accept death, and be kind. Live by those three principles. Think, meditate on those three principles, and begin to see the world for what it truly is. The fact that I say that the global elites, the secret banking guilds, they are just pawns. At the end of the day, they can only do what their master will allow them to do, even though they think they do it of their own free will and volition. They're just pawns. And as many know, time is coming to an end. Afternoon, afternoons. These. Let's go here real quick. I know I've been kind of railing on this point, but it really is the most pertinent thing that's going to happen in human history for a while. It might even define the age we live in. They might one day be pre-temple and post-temple. Third temple in Israel. Let's there we go. If built, the third temple would be, well, duh. If built, the third temple would be the third Jewish temple in Jerusalem. So Solomon was a Jew? Hold on. Let me ask that question. Was Solomon a Jew?
Solomon's spouses are Pharaoh's daughter and Naamah.
So if Solomon had Egyptian women as his wife, correct me if I'm wrong, his children couldn't be Jewish because Jewish blood comes from the mother, through the mother. Or so they say. That's really odd. I want to see what Wikipedia. Now, granted, this is Wikipedia. Okay, here, right here, straight up off the top, this is bogus. If we're talking about that time in human history, that's not the scene we will really be seeing. The rain. Let's see what the earth looks like. What was the earth like back then? See what? I didn't say shit about Jew. What was earth? Make it seem a little more. 10th century BC. Oh, no, there's no pictures now. When we actually talk about the timeline, oh, it's only there ain't no picture. Let me see what's cracking. BC, the last thing, blah blah blah. Following the late Bronze Age collapse, Near East, early Iron Age. So what's going on over here then? Whoa. So you're saying that these folks are kicking it. All these people are kicking it all over the continent here. All right. Now let's go over here. All these people are kicking it. Poverty point culture. I never heard of them. And then apparently there's people all over the world. But then this is what's cracking. You know, Egypt's cracking, but Egypt's still broken in half. There's Kush, then there's Egypt. I don't even see Israel on the map. Oh, I mean, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not seeing Israel on the map. So when does King Solomon, you know what I'm saying? When's he making that stuff? Because right here, you know, you see this picture, this old phony ass picture of the scene. All right. Jerusalem, 93 BC, whatever. We go over here. Oh no, I just did not. I just did, guys. Never mind. Hold on. What the hell? It won't let me. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go again. Now, I'm wondering what's cracking over in China. Korea's kicking it. China's not, obviously, united. And then what did they put down here? This Aboriginals. But there were people over here too. You know, the folks in the islands. Look at this map. Look how big Greenland is. But in reality, this Kemet is the biggest so-called continent in the world, but it really should be the whole continent. Let me zoom out of that. I mean, I guess it's almost in perspective. Solomon, these nuts. I'm just saying. Hold on. End times. These folks are going nuts on this. End times. 2019. They're going nuts on this. These fools don't have no clue. Hold on. This happened a day ago. Oh, no. Hold on. Let's do the 13 hours. It's going to be creepy music. I'm telling you. Hold on.
Monday.com.
Before I start, I'm telling you. Catch me up. All right, dope. What's up? Welcome to the show. This is going to have some creepy ass music, and I bet you there won't be no one talking.
Assign people to tasks.
More than 2 billion people, around a quarter of the world's population, use Facebook. But on Wednesday, from around 16 GMT, many of them tried and failed to access services and post content, not just on Facebook, but its other platforms too, including WhatsApp and Instagram. Facebook is investigating, but insists it's not a cyber attack. Whatever the reason, many Facebook users didn't like it, at times using its rival Twitter to vent their anger.
We've taken a system, the internet, which was meant to be decentralized, and we've introduced single points of failure like Facebook. This is why decentralization is so important. This is why centralization is such a problem, because if you have 2 billion people and their means of
The pains increase in both frequency and intensity until the baby finally comes. As we get closer to Jesus' return, all the signs he gave us as a sign of his coming and the end of the age will become more frequent and more intense. All of these signs are manifesting around the world in our time.
Moments ago, Israeli Defense Forces confirming they're striking terror sites right now in the Gaza Strip. This in response to 2 rockets fired earlier toward Tel Aviv. The first time rockets reached the area since 2014. Here's what that scene looked like earlier. Here now live, Fox News senior strategic analyst, General Jack Keane. General, good to see you, sir.
Yeah, good to see you, Ed.
What's your reaction to this video we're seeing?
Well, first of all, it seems like it's a pretty limited attack, a more harassing attack. It's not triggered by a particular event. like previous attacks have been. And we don't know for sure if this is going to be sustained. We'll obviously find that out in the days ahead. And obviously,
a path for escalation, and we know who has a dominance on the escalation ladder. It's Israel.
Despite those denials, the Israeli military blamed Hamas for the attacks and launched airstrikes in response. Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system detected the incoming rockets and sounded alarms, which were heard across the city. While some residents ran for cover, for many, life continued as usual.
I'm not afraid. It's near the Kiryat, and I...
Look at the face. Look at the face. Look at that. I always want you to know, Paris Jackson. You know, this is an Israeli resident. You think, hold on. Let's go back to these days. You think that chick came from this area down here, or did she come from up here in Crimea? Where do you think she came from, man? Let's be real with this. And let's quit playing with people's lives and land and game.
There's no chance for a rocket to come here.
I told the bus driver that we need to get out of the bus because there is a color red. And all of the people started.
Once again, I ask you, brothers and sisters, go back here. This is the earth way back in the day. Do you think the people that were living up here, do you think they might have came down the Nile River, settled up in here, or do you think they walked down from up in here? And if that's the case, then why is this civilization earlier than Samaria, Babylon? Then you had the Greeks, the Phoenicians, and the Romans. But they all come after these folks over here. You see how the timeline just don't start making sense? Pyramids, everything built over here, been built. Go down in here, you have the ruins down in this area in Zimbabwe. That it looks like Roman pillars and shit, but the Romans did not exist yet. It doesn't make sense.
But I'm from Ashkelon. I'm from the southern district of Israel. You know, we used to this kind of a situation.
Hold up. I'm sorry. My mind's just racing right now. Let's go over here real quick. Oh, I don't want to take away the time travel now, do I? Hold on. Do Israelis receive free homes in Israel? Housing in Israel. After the establishment of the state of Israel, hundreds of thousands of Jews from all over the world began to immigrate into the new state, where many households housed in temporary camps known as blah, 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 were living in huts and tents until blah, blah, blah. Come on. I want to see, why don't they just give me a straight answer, yes or no? Because that was something I heard that Jews that went to Israel received free land and home. Hold on. I'm just going to type this out. Jews. Birthright, dude. It infuriates me. I'm sorry, it's a trigger. Birthright. That's your birthright. Because, fuck, your DNA comes from all up in here. But, we're just going to slap this land up here. Well, actually about right here. And we're going to say this is your land. That's your birthright. But it's not. 70 years, no longer blah, blah, blah. Really? Nearly 70 years before. Yet the people long to return to this land for thousands of years. All right. The reality is, man, brothers and sisters, you should be taking, that's your birthright. You should be taking this free trip over into this mug. I know at least for 400 years you've been longing to go back home. Anyhow, how to get the second citizenship underneath blah, 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 etc., etc. They're not giving me the direct answer. You know, they're not giving me the direct answer. I mean, it could be in all this garbly blah, 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 but then you have to be so careful. Oh, is that a right source? That's some sort of whack job and, you know, their mom's basement typing up some shit. So, yeah. Jews return. Hold on. Jews return to Israel and receive a free home. This is law, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Let's continue.
So, everything is finite now, and we need to continue living our life.
No injuries or damage were reported in Tel Aviv, but the city's mayor opened bomb shelters as a protective measure. Meanwhile, as Israeli military strikes what it's calling
Isn't it nice to know that they have bomb shelters for their citizens, but yet the United States does not have bomb shelters for hers? Mama America!
terrorist targets in the Gaza Strip, the threat of potential escalation hangs in the air.
Well, this comes as our own Brian Kilmeade sat down earlier today with the Secretary.
Who was a crisis actor? The little dude up there talking about, hold on, this cat right here, hold on.
Right, it's near the
Finite now.
Was that dude a crisis actor? Or are you talking about one of these two? Because this is like some sort of Fox News. And I'm sorry, I can only handle Fox News for about 4 minutes. And then I just start twitching. And
if you shop on Amazon,
it's really uncomfortable. Yeah, I thought that, you know, they were all smiling. You know, Brother Nick, someone's dropping bombs on your neighborhood. I don't know if I could be smiling during an interview, if I could do an interview at all. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. Remember when Hawaii had that bomb threat? Like, you know, they thought their missiles were coming in. How many interviews did you see of people from that? Yeah, let me look that up. Shit, how would I look that up, though? Hold on. Missile attack on Hawaii. Yeah, right here. Now, let's see. Let's judge this and see if they interview people, if they are smiling.
There was, and you may have heard this, an erroneous alert that went out via text message and social media, which warned to take cover because of an imminent
agency is constantly testing their systems, in particular systems of communication, and more specifically, the use of social media to get.
I'm just saying, she doesn't look like she's smiling.
Julia, did this in any way trigger the emergency broadcasting system? You know, the tone that we're all so familiar with when they say this is just a test. Did that go off?
No, it didn't. So people, and this is how people.
Stop. All right, let's be real now. Look at her facial expressions compared to. Hold on.
Sign of his coming. And the end of
compared.
it's near the Kiryat.
Now look at that. Look at the face. Look at the face. Look at her. Same situations too. This is actually a real missile attack. That's a fake one. Or accident or mishap. Look at the face, you know. Woman to woman, apples to apples, oranges and oranges. All right. See, these people are scared, man. These people are scared.
Who were following in real time, like me, sort of knew that it was probably a mistake, was that the television systems, which are on a different system from the social media platforms, were the TV stations were showing games.
Okay, now she's starting to smile. She's, social media, the real news. I'm up here on CNN.
And football and whatever else. So,
dude, she has a little neck issue though. Right? That's some tendons, man. A lot of stress. She's stressing. If you can see those tendons right there, I don't know if that's gonna show up. You can kind of see these like lumps right here. Two veins, like I don't know. Those aren't her veins. Her veins should be like more over in here. But that's pretty.
That was the first hint that this was a mistake. They're on different platforms for a variety of reasons. Are actually owned by different entities, and of course are.
Okay. Now, here's the other chick.
Yeah, and
I mean, this poor fool. She's not gonna stop smiling during the whole interview. Now, some of your fellow countrymen could be laying there dead. Yeah, I'm just, all smiles, makeup, blah blah blah, wearing my beads. I scooped the neck out. She's a fool. I was just thinking the same thing, brother Nick. I was just thinking the same thing. I didn't want to say it, but since you brought it up. Yeah, that looks like some sort of Adam Apples removal. I wish I could see her hands because look at her shoulder width. I mean, okay, you can take one of his heads and put them. Hold on. Hold on. This is why I love modern technology. Let's do a little test. Let's just do a little test. Let's grab this picture, okay? We're going to have a little fun here. Let's do a little test. And this ain't no emergency broadcast. Okay. Now, hopefully, okay. We got them. Can you see both of them? Nope, you can't. All right. Oh, I got her. But basically, you would do a shape, grab a circle. Oh, my bad. I know what I did wrong. That's roughly his head. Can't copy that, can I? Can I paste? No. Oh, that's okay. Copy. One head here. Oh. Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. I just want to paste just his head the way it is. Right there. I needed more. But obviously you could tell that would have fit it on his shoulder. That 3 heads. Do the same thing to a girl here. And I think a woman should be 2 heads. No? Hold on. I'm trying to get that. Got a big ass head though. There we go. Got it. What the fuck? Alright. Now I'm going to take her image here. Copy. Paste. That kind of lines up with the shoulder. And then, 3 heads. 3 heads on one body. Yeah, it's not looking very promising. She's not a trainer.
Overseen by different government regulators. So that's not surprising. And it looks like Hawaii, we'll find out more in the next couple hours, was testing its social media emergency management apparatus in conjunction.
What do we know about how this?
Hold on. It's a strange request, but I am here for the viewer. Let's see. All right, let's cut him out. Let's take his head. Copy. Cover up that neck. There you go. Very good. That's fucked up. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, seriously, you can almost see where her hair is. Hold on. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I gotta take her face. Oh, hold on. It's a little bit more. Oh no, I just made her face bigger, as if it needs to be. Copy. Paste. Holy shit. Her neck actually almost lines up. Point out, call it how you see it. Her neck only. Hold on. I scroll in and see how that neck almost hits. And you see me, I didn't alter shit. Her ear is about right. Dude, that's kind of creepy. I mean, that almost looks natural. Dude, dope. Dope. That was totally dope, man. That was a great idea. Damn, that was a great idea. You know, listen. The delusion's thick. The illusion's everywhere, y'all. You know, they got these people up here. Hold on. Let's just do I got one. Hold on. Check this out. It's just now coming to me. Spirit's finally starting to move. Effeminate men. Look at this blasphemy here. I mean, I'm just saying, look at this. That I said effeminate men, and the second thing they show is this thing here. I don't know, a masculine woman, effeminate man. You know what I'm saying? And then why are men? Okay, now let's look at the images. This is what they're trying to turn the boys into. You see what I'm saying? Search Melvin Kelly and O.J. Simpson's wife. All right. Let's do this. Megyn Kelly and Nicole Simpson. Ugh. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Someone already did it. Hold on. Let me blow this shit up so we can see what's going on. I don't know about you guys, but I like to see what the hell's going on. Uh-oh. All right, they're trying to say, okay. Now, the biggest difference, doesn't old girl here have blue eyes? Doesn't Megyn Kelly have blue eyes? Yeah. Because Nicole has brown. Now, they do have the same blonding product in their hair or whatever. The chin is kind of, the lips, the curve of the lips is slightly off. Nicole has extremely thin lips. Now, she has extreme thin lips, but the shape is just, I don't know, maybe it's the angle of her face, but the shape is just slightly off. But she does have a little bit of a hump right here on the neck. She faked her death so she could easily fix that. Why? So she can go on to live because she looks old as hell right here. Hold on. Now that younger picture, yeah, but she don't. See, this is what she looked like when old girl died. She looks old as hell. She has brown eyes. Now, I get what you're saying. She definitely can get contacts, but she ain't fixing those crow feet. She ain't fixing them. Now, holy shit. Hold on. This is this is unacceptable because you guys aren't seeing it. On the picture that you guys are seeing, she looks a flat skin, but she has like wrinkles, like up here by OJ's forehead. Those two wrinkles, she has wrinkles all over her face. But on the my God, it's almost like this computer's doing Photoshop on it. Hold on, let me darken down the image so you can see what I'm seeing. I had to darken down the image. Hold on. No. Back. How do I go back? How do I go back? Okay. Go. Select. Okay, now let me make this thing dark. Yeah, there's those. See, now you guys are seeing what I'm talking about a little bit, but it's still photoshopping her face, man. It's okay. You notice once I darken my monitor, that's dark as I can get it. You start seeing these wrinkles all up in here, right? Well, in the picture I'm seeing, she got wrinkles here. You can see some obvious wrinkles over here. You see crow's feet right through here and here and here. You can actually see them pick up over here. And on her neck, you see a bunch of wrinkles. And then like along her collarbone, there's some wrinklage as well. And it looks like she has a bunch of freckles. But on here, on the video, on the feed that I see, that I know you guys are seeing, she looks like she's young. It's like hold on. Go to this link, y'all. Copy. Go to this link in your browser. Hold on. Let me actually go to this. If I can visit. So I know that you. All right, cool. I'm going to put this link. Go to this link. Copy. And then you have to click. I'll show you where to go at from here. So y'all can see. I want you guys to see exactly what I'm seeing. All right. Once you click here, let me scroll down. Click that link, and then you use the scroll bar down here, and come over, and you can see this picture that I'm looking at, and then you can judge it for yourself. You're like, holy moly, this is. Let me actually put the link to one of my videos on here. Yes, it's shameless. Shameless. My channel. I almost.
You and your team need to get things done. With Monday.com, it's easy, fun, and simple. Just add the workflow that suits you. Whether you're a small team or a big organization, everyone will know who's doing what. Click drag and drop to create your board exactly the way you want it. Mention your teammates in real time, share files, assign people to tasks, stay in control on the go with our mobile apps, and see exactly who's responsible for
whatever.
With just a few clicks, you can plan for the future and manage your workload visually.
What
Like a
am I
Gantt chart, but simple.
Okay. Well, that was trippy. Hold on. Now, in reality, what the fuck? Wait. Is that Megyn Kelly feeding us some black dude a strawberry? Oh, look at the veins. Wait. Where? Beyond the Power of One. Never heard of them, but I don't get it. I don't understand what that's supposed to be. That chick looks demonic. But I'm telling you, this chick here, this Megyn Kelly chick, is no good, man. No good at all. You know why? because in very subtle ways she espouses hate. And you know what? That's not right. Who's this? See, I've never really even seen a bunch of pictures of Nicole Simpson or their children. I guess the kids are all grown now. Yeah, see, she was rough right here. Those implants, let me show you. And that's horrible that. But those implants was hell on her chest. You could see it. But that's sad, man. You know, OJ, if you hear me, OJ, I would love to have you on the show. We can sit back and you can tell your side of the story. It's almost time. Hold on one second. I got to check one thing because I'm thinking that something's happened yet again. Rupert Murdoch begins Hollywood goodbye. Where's he going? Is he dying or something? Murdoch? Look at this old South China Morning Post. Whoa. South China Morning Post. I wonder, does his wife have anything to do with this? Or his ex-wife? Rupert Murdoch began his Hollywood goodbye, dismantling his $100 million trailblazing media empire. The Murdoch family will create new entities known as Fox after breaking up 21st Century Fox. 34 years ago, Rupert showed Hollywood with $250 million buying stakes in 2055, even though he had the time interest, blah, blah, blah. Still rescued. I'm not saying, you know, if they try to hit me with some sort of buy their stupid shit, I'm not going to go for it. Let's see what this old fool's saying. Oh, no. No talkie. Remember when these commercials used to be rock and roll? Now they're rap. Hundreds of... What the... 2 burnt to death, 3 suicides, 1 overdose, sick.
Springtime is the time to buy a new Polaris.
Oh, I see. Comcast, Big Fox, and Sky Auction. Shit. Oh, this is what I want to show you guys. My God, just now came to me. I gotta hurry up, so I know I'm almost out of time. UF General says Google benefits China. Now this is almost comical, guys. I mean, has no one told the general about the NSA? I mean, seriously. Hold on. I want to get a YouTube. Well, at least they're not obnoxious with the sound.
Let me just shift and ask about our challenge in emerging technologies, cyber and space, in particular China's investment in those areas and our eroding advantage. I was struck, Secretary, by a comment that you make in your written testimony. You say some U.S. companies have voiced ethical qualms about working with DoD to develop advanced technology, in some cases even terminating relationships, often while continuing to work with China. What are we talking about here?
I think we're talking about Google and their support to China and
their lack of support to the Department of Defense. So Google has refused to work with the Department of Defense, actually was under contract, weren't they, with the Department of Defense? Tell us about that.
They haven't refused. They just have said they're not going to continue to do business with the Department of Defense on certain contracts.
But they are doing business in China in a way that benefits, you're saying, our Chinese competitors.
Correct.
Say more about that.
Well, the interesting thing, and this is why this is such an important issue for our country. The fusion of commercial business with military is significant. $5 billion of...
Yeah, why don't you say, good general, the military industrial complex is very significant. Dude, he looks so lifeless and dead in the eyes.
$5 trillion of their economy is state-owned enterprises. So the technology that is developed in the civil world transfers to the military world. It's a direct pipeline. Not only is there a transfer, there's also systemic theft of U.S. technology that facilitates even faster development of emerging technology.
So I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what you're saying. You're telling me that Google, an American company, supposedly, is refusing to work with the Department of Defense, but is doing work in China with China.
Stop. Don't act so like you don't know. And this fool's from Missouri. Go, yay, Missouri. You know, the problem here is, guys, your 6,000 years is about up, bud. The 6,000 years is about up. Now, you can scramble all around. You can play your little games with you and your dead elder over there. And seriously, look at his face, people. Look at this. Not that fool. This other one. Oh, come on. Look at the damn camera, boy.
On certain contracts.
But they are doing business in China in a way that...
Now, you can take that stupid-ass crew cut, die-hard cut here. These folks are scared. Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. You notice anything, or you notice something not there? Someone perhaps not there. Now this here is the fear that I'm talking about, man. All it's going to take is a few more of these cats coming out. Oh my God, man, we're fucked. And all this young generations, all their youth are going to band together and start doing crazy shit. You watch and see.
Interesting thing, this is why this is such an important issue for our country. The fusion of commercial business with military is significant. $5 trillion of their economy is state-owned enterprises. So the technology that is developed in the civil world transfers to the military world. It's a direct pipeline. Not only is there a transfer, there's also systemic theft of U.S. technology that facilitates even faster development of emerging technology.
So I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what you're saying. You're telling me that Google, an American company, supposedly, is...
Also, pay attention to their code words. Google, an American company. Well, then that would mean that all the countries on the continent of North and South America would have a stake in Google, right? Do you hear the codes that they're using amongst themselves to let everybody know what time it is? This is no joke, man. This is 2020 defense budget request. President's 2020 defense budget request. And how come this general is not in uniform? Top U.S. general hits out at Google. Hold on. Maybe I'm tripping, but that don't look like no military uniform to me. Now, there's an officer right there.
Business with military is significant. $5 trillion of their economy is state-owned enterprises. So the technology that is developed, technology that facilitates.
I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what you're saying. You're telling me that Google, an American company, supposedly, is refusing to work with the Department of Defense, but is doing work in China, in a way that at least indirectly benefits the Chinese government. Is that correct?
I haven't heard the word refuse, but there's a lack of willingness to support DoD programs.
General, you're nodding your head. Do you want to weigh in on this?
No, Senator, I'm nodding your head on exactly the point that you made, that the work that Google is doing in China is indirectly benefiting the Chinese military.
Oh, no, there's the general. My bad. But look at more of that crowd. Look at the crowd. Look at the background. Even the guard.
And I've been very public on this issue as well. In fact, the way I described it to our industry partners is, look, we're the good guys in the values that we represent, in the system that we represent.
Hold on, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't take it no more. I'm tired of these. We're the good guys. Do good guys abort babies? Do good guys harvest babies? Do good guys refuse to right the wrong of a group of people? Do good guys torture people in offshore bases? Do good guys have contingency plans to detain 25 million minorities? Do good guys have plans to basically put Planned Parenthood abortion clinics in minority neighborhoods? Is that what good guys do? Because that's what's cracking here, y'all. And maybe Google realizes, if they treat their own people like this, maybe they're going to treat us like this. Now, I'm not advocating supporting a foreign government or a foreign army by no means, because that's treason. But you always hear these conservative types say that businesses have the rights to do whatever, as long as they're doing what they want them to do. The moment these businesses stop, then I just point this out to show you the overall hypocrisy even in their own system. And this is why I'm doing this, showing you this video to show you the collapse from within. We're literally watching the collapse from within. Let's go.
That is the one that will allow and has allowed you to thrive, and that's the way I've characterized it. So I was just not allow, described it to our industry partners is, look, we're the good guys in the values that we represent, in the system that we represent is the one that will allow and has allowed you to thrive, and that's the way I've characterized it. So
And what system, General, has Google thrived in? Because Google is a representation of all past public financial policies. The 6,000 years is coming up.
I was just nodding that what the Secretary was articulating is a general sense of all of us as leaders, and we watch with great concern when industry partners work in China, knowing that there is that indirect benefit. In fact, frankly, indirect may be not a full characterization of the way it really is. It's more of a direct benefit to the Chinese military. My name's Chris.
There it is, y'all. There it is. When people get scared, when they get scared, they start acting out. Now, what I keep saying about FEMA stuff, I don't think you guys believe me. FEMA camps and trains. Oh, look. Whoa. This isn't. Is this YouTube? Oh. I guess they're all about protecting FEMA's good image. Do you see that little statement at top? FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. They're not evil. They're not here to pick up, you guys, but we know they are. Because when you call up this right here, Operation Garden Plot. Oh, here's the good guys. The Department of Defense. Civil Disturbance Plan. The Department of Defense. Remember? Same people that Google don't want to have nothing to do with or whatever. Also known by its cryptonymy, Garden Plot was a general U.S. Army and National Guard plan to respond for major domestic civil disturbance. Oh, within the United States. All right. I think you know what they're talking about. The Garden Plot plan drafted after the Watts, New York, and Detroit's riots. I'm telling you, these are the good guys' plans. You know, they don't have no Operation Clive and Bundy. They don't have an Operation, David Koresh or Operation any of those other guys. But they do got an Operation Get the Melanateds, collect them all. The Pentagon activated Operation Garden Plot to restore order during the 1992 Los Angeles riots. It's right there. Let me put this in the chat room so everyone can see and everyone can be on the same page. Okay? So now when we go back to here, hold on. Not here. When we go back to here, not here. When we go back to, well, apparently, you guys remember that movie or that film I just showed you the clips. If we could have gone back, we would have heard the good general said, "We are the good guys. We are the good guys." Do good guys do shit like this? Hold on. Let's show you. And this, I know you guys who've been with me, you already know probably where I'm going. $1985. In Philadelphia. No, never forget. Never forget. The forgotten police bombing of the Philadelphia pro-black group video. On the 13th of May, 1985, Philadelphia, the 13th of May. Count, killing 11 people, including 5 children, and destroying an entire neighborhood. It displaced over 232 peoples. Killed 11. 5 babies. So let's talk about good guys. This is what the military does. And this respect, the cops were acting as like military soldiers. You know, when you see a helicopter, hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully. Yeah. When you see that helicopter and that bomb coming down, come on now. Let's look at some of the carnage. Everybody likes carnage, right? I don't. I don't like seeing people in pain. I mean, look at that. I mean, what? Okay, this American right here, this American citizen holding a gun, American citizen holding a gun, American citizen holding a gun, American policeman blows up their block. Citizen holding gun, citizen holding a gun, citizen holding a gun, but their block gets blown up. Bottom line. And they're right. Nobody talks about this. Nobody wants to. And once again, guys, this isn't 1954. This isn't 1948. This is 1985. So keep on playing around. Look at this sister. Hold on. No, you can see it. Cool. Look at that arm. So, you know what? Everyone's sitting here playing these games, talking all this craziness. People out there are really suffering, and people out there are really hurting. I mean, after the bombing, they dragged her off to jail. Yeah, they blow up your block, and they dragged her to jail. So for all those people who are always talking crazy, oh, black people just need to do this and do that, you better, and this ain't no Black Wall Street or none of that. That's a city block. That's like something that you see after World War II. You know, how come they didn't do this gag down at, I mean, they did kind of come in with the tank, right? They did come in with the tank, but they didn't fly over the compound in Waco and drop a bomb on it. They didn't go to Clive and Bundy's place and drop the bomb on it. But they'll drop the bomb on you, baby. Best believe it. Now, I'm not saying this to be, oh, be scared. No, don't be scared, man. No. Just be aware that there is no political solution to the problem. Just please be aware of that. Because when you have guys like this, I love how they put it in black and white to try to make it look so much older. And look at this guy. He should be ashamed. I'll be up here jumping. Man, you guys blew up people. You killed 6 little babies, man. 6 little kids. I pray that those little babies did not suffer. Look at that flame. Look at that flame. This is the ugly reality of hate. This is the ugly reality of animosity. And this is the ugly reality of the world we live in, the nation we occupy. Because in many ways, you're not considered a citizen. And you think I'm playing around? Clive and Bundy. Clive and Bundy standoff. Okay, right here, right off the bat. Right there. See old boy with his little sniper rifle pointing at the federal officers. How come they didn't come over an attack helicopter and wipe his ass up off the bridge and drop a bomb on these fools right here? I mean, they're straight up marching on a federal installation. In the state that I live in, if you point a gun at someone, that's a crime. Brandishing a firearm. And this dude's all ready. He is so ready. So, we'll start off tomorrow here. We'll start off with the Bundys, and let me put this link in the webpage here in the chat room. I don't know if that's going to. Oh, I won't. Oh my God. Copy. Hold on. Man, they got a long chat deal here. Oh, and then it won't even become a real thing. Okay, whatever. I'm tired. Gotta go sleep 2 o'clock in the morning. Listen, guys, live your life without hate, without envy, without greed. Live it with integrity. And as always, let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace.